Welcome to our broadcast, the Warheads broadcast. As we always say, we're going in on these topics. And first up today, I want to talk about cultural appropriation. Now, we know for many, many years, it's always been, how can we say it, the music of Black culture, our style, the trends that we set, always taken from us, and people use them to appropriate and make money off of it. More money than we probably could with our own community. But I stumbled across some stuff that I wanted to share.
Okay.
And basically what's going on is, tell me what you think about this, bro. It's a picture of two white kids. One is kind of racially ambiguous.
Well, it looks like both of them are. Well, no, I can see that the other one is clearly a mixed girl.
Right.
I'm guessing. Yeah. But this Polynesian looking guy, so some sort of Asian maybe, but we don't want to just outright say that. But yeah, as far as what I think about this pick, very interesting pick. Very interesting pick. Not in agreement with the fact that they're wearing shirts that represent the Black Disciple Nation. Yeah, that's not. I just don't think it's cool to actually to try to engage in things that you don't have any knowledge about. Kinda, but at the same time, if we're talking appropriation, I may have a little different view as far as other people are concerned. Only because I think that on some level, I think appropriation is a good thing.
Oh, you do? Okay, go deeper.
Yeah. I happen to think that if we as people shared a lot of these things in our culture that are specific to us, but we allow other people to kind of engage in those things, learn about those things, that sort of stuff. I think it would do or go a long way in kind of bridging gaps.
Okay. Now, I do agree with you on that. However, we're talking about gang culture now.
Yeah, no. I like I said, this in particular is something that's totally stupid. Like white kids should not be wearing this type of stuff. But
wait. But look at the goofy face that they have.
Yeah, no, this is just stupid shit. But if we're not talking about, something like this where you're wearing shirts that are clearly gang affiliated, if you're talking about just other things involved in the culture that's not about that, then yeah, you're learning stuff about some other people that you didn't know. Hopefully it leads you into kind of exploring more and something that'll help you in conversations to help engage with people that you wouldn't normally have things in common with. So, like I said, I'm the fact that money is being made off of a lot of our things in our culture, and we're not making that money. That's something that kind of gets to me a little bit, but. The fact that, just the stuff is being shared, whether it be from our culture or someone else's and we're learning, it's just bridging gaps. That's it.
Yeah, overall, I guess in a perfect world, that's what's going on. However, my eyes, they're skewed a little bit more to I don't want to say pro-blackness, but I can't think of another word. I think of our people and like historically, we've created jazz, we've created the blues, we created rock and roll, we created hip hop. And when it's in our communities, it's not as lucrative. This goes all the way back to the Negro Leagues, and this is kind of off subject, but I'll bring it back on track. There are a lot of great Negro League baseball players, but their records are unheralded, mainly because it was the Negro Leagues. It took the professionals to say, hey, look at them, they're pretty good over there, let's invite them into our league. And so we start to get that recognition. And so that's what it is to me. um, we don't have the recognition when it's this thing of ours, as the Italian mafia calls the La Costa Nostra. But this thing of ours, culturally, has been taken from us, and then all the resources, all the money is siphoned away, and then there's nothing left for us once it becomes saturated in the market. And so when I see something like these photos of these kids in these gang t-shirts, it does something to me, because now they're trying to profit off death, drugs. I guess none of this is new. This is America, you know.
Yeah.
But gang culture is a subculture, but it also shows that they have no limit, or there's no depths to which they will not stoop to try to get money. And they know they're marketing this to us. Some
Yep.
white kid in the suburbs who knows nothing about the GD Nation, he's rocking this to be cool around his other white friends.
Right.
But when we see this, we're like, oh, I got to get that. But like you said, this money is going to go to some white billionaire who doesn't even need another penny. He's caked up for the rest of his life. He's caked up for his grandkids and his great grandkids. And
Yeah.
so to me, this is cultural appropriation, subcultural appropriation, but more than that, they're like worse than vultures, worse than rats, worse than cockroaches when you appropriate gang culture for profit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
Yeah.
a
No.
little Joe. I can't say.
Yeah. No. Look. This is my whole thing is, and I agree with you. You know what I mean? The appropriation is crazy. And with the fact that we don't profit from it is something that's huge. Flip side of that, if we were the mass producers of of the things that come from our culture, if we were the ones to actually put these things out, or when we put these things out ourselves, for whatever reason, we don't get the same profit that, or the same reaction, as if someone else was to take that same thing away from us and to sell it to somebody else. So that's one of the things that kind of trips me out about the whole thing, is that if we were to sell these things ourselves, our own people wouldn't buy them from them. But you put that same thing in white man, Asian man, any other man's hands, and for some odd reason, those people are profiting when we can't. So the fact that we're not supporting our own is kind of, I guess, the gist in that whole thing, is that, um, of course, we can support other people because we kind of do already. You know what I mean? There's all these other labels that, well, I'm going into fashion now and thinking about that, but just so many products from other things and other people that we support, and we don't support our own. I think of Master P and the fact that he has a lot of items that he offers up to black people. He's selling what, noodles. He offers quite a bit of products. Shoes. He's doing some things, but he won't get the same recognition as Nike or ramen noodle, or and he has the same product. You know what I mean? He has the same thing they got. Probably made by the same people that are making these things for the other people. It's just he doesn't have the cachet, the name, the resources, I'm pretty sure, to be able to mass market these things the way other people have. So I think that's just my. And it's the fact that if we were to put out these things, I don't think we get the support that the other companies get for our stuff.
I agree. Well, that's our take on this week's episode. I know a lot of people may think we're nerdy for talking about this stuff, but whatever.
How come?
You don't? I don't either. But like the meme says, when they call you a nerd, like it's a bad word.
Yeah, like that. And when did being knowledgeable become a bad thing?
Right. But anyway, that's our take on this gang culture appropriation. Warheads will be back for another installment of our broadcast, and you all have a good day.
If it ain't about the money.
Peace.
Yeah.